Watching Hulkenberg as well, big name in the division, coming around through the fast right-handers, I should say. And I need to educate myself on the track map too. As Arjun goes even quicker with a 0.6, and that is posting his ability, and he goes up to Division 3 for next race. Here comes Hulkenberg to come across the line. Can he match his teammate? Not quite! And he goes on to third position and stays second on the second row of the grid. Anakin Abe's qualifying is done. So is Minnie Walker, who comes into the pits, and that is the order. And a very good order there for Morgan Hughes, who's right up at the front. Go lights ahead of the drivers here in the Circuit of the Americas. For the second time this weekend, a Red Bull on pole. The McLaren beside him. The lights are out. We're racing here in the Circuit of the Americas. Good start by Morgan Hughes, who tries to cover off the Red Bull coming up behind him. Here comes Hulkenberg round the outside, going towards turn 1. How late on the brakes will they be? Arjun leads round the outside. Goes Hulkenberg. Bit of contact in the background, and I think it might be a Red Bull 1-2 on the exit. Here comes Morgan Hughes, trying to fight it through those early S's. He can't quite do it. It's a Red Bull 1-2 on the exit of turn 1. Chaos going in the back. Lasserdon holds on to P4, and there's Liam as well, still holding on to P5 as well. There's a penalty picked up at the back there by Charlie Murphy in P8, who did gain 2 positions off the start, but has picked up a 3-second penalty with it as well, which might haunt him at the end of the race. Pistol Peter right on the rear of Liam 70v3, who is so close to being victorious here in the past back in Season 1. He's looking to make it do today. And go down the inside goes Michael Lewis on Minnie Walker, who's dropping down the order. Great move there by the Sauber. Up ahead, there's action for the Sauber here as well. Charlie Murphy, his wing mirrors full of green as they head down the straight. Will there be a move up ahead as well? Not quite, everyone keeping their distance for now. Here comes the Mercedes of Charlie Murphy, who's cutting his way up the order very early in the race. Down the inside of Getschlam he goes, pushing him wide over the curb. And the race is going to continue on. Down the inside goes the V-Carb, pushing the Mercedes all the way wide. The man fighting for the championship is having to fight this fight for P7. A bit harder than he thought he would have to. Down the inside of turn 15, a little bit of a shove, and he does get through. Great move there by our championship challenger. So both Alpines looking aggressive on the early stages of this race. In the back there, we can see that's Kixren, who started off with the quali ban. He's just found his way past Throne Globe, and that's 2 positions gained. Will Throne be able to fight it back? Down the inside, going towards turn 50. He switches to the inside, and that is a championship move, despite the action being down at the back. He's putting on a show for us down in P18. He can't quite hold on. A battery on for Haspew, who is closing in up ahead. As Michael Lewis, his teammate, looking aggressive down the inside of Anakin Abe. Late on the brakes he goes. Will the V-Carb hanging around the outside, pinning the Sauber right to the inside of the apex. Now it's a battle on the exit. Who can get the rear grip down? And it is Michael Lewis. And Anakin Abe continuing his struggles. Charlie Murphy, who needs to make the move here because it looks like Pistol Peter's lost 7 tenths, 9 tenths out of the DRS. Here comes Charlie Murphy down the inside of turn 1. Heavy on the brakes. I don't think the Alpine wanted to defend that too much. And now it's down to the Mercedes to reel in the top 5, who have now broken away. Back there, that is that's Blake finding his way around the outside. Going to have the inside of turn 15. Heavy on the brakes by the champion. BRT Worldwide, who was rumoured to take that Ferrari seat, has now the inside of the big right-hander, gets down the inside of Blake, and he holds on to P14, but he is now outside of DRS range. Lasserdon might look for the move here, burning down the straight. This is a good opportunity for Lasserdon because he can burn his way back into DRS. Lasserdon moves up to P4. Here comes Michael Lewis, down the inside, going towards the heavy braking point at turn 12. And looks like the switchback from Failing Squash, trying to get down the inside of turn 13. He's going to have the outside here. Bit of contact between the two. The Sauber push right to the inside. Now it's going to be a race down towards turn 15. Bit of contact, bit of lag. I think the Mercedes has won out that one, but the race still continues on. There's a bit of desync. And Failing does get through. Liam 70v3 stuck behind Kiernan. And maybe potentially team games here for McLaren. Keenan holding up Liam for his teammate Hughes. Here comes Liam trying to get around the outside. And Kiernan pushing him all the way to the limits of the track. And Liam does fight his way through. The question is Keenan going to continue burning? And he is going to continue burning down the straight. He's looking to continue this fight. But I don't think he'll be close enough by turn 12. And he isn't. Liam stays ahead. As yellow flags up ahead on track. And I think that's a Salmon. Oh, that's Michael Lewis, who has dropped it. Maybe with contact, maybe with not. But Michael Lewis has dropped it on the cold hard tyres. As Liam and Panda both picking up 3-second penalties. Crucial for Liam, who's in the race, in the battle for the win. As in the back there, Blake looking aggressive, pulls to the outside, going towards turn 12. Can he make the move around the outside of Michael Lewis, who goes deep into the corner, forcing Blake all the way deep. Good defence there, but Blake's now going to rejoin the track right in front. Bit of contact, and that got close. I think that could have been a move if he burnt all his battery down. But he's having to defend here from Pistol Peter, who's looking aggressive. Here comes the Alpine. Down the inside, going towards turn 12. There's an opportunity to break through DRS. And the Alpine forcing the Mercedes wide. Is a race going through towards turn 13. He's going to go around the outside. Bit of contact. Forced all the way wide by the Mercedes, using the same technique he used earlier in this race. Heading towards turn 15. And Pistol Peter, content on staying behind now. Didn't want to make a risky move and break out of DRS. On the Ferrari's battery, 16. So a bit of an advantage there on the McLaren. As here comes Failing Squash. Here comes Pistol Peter overtaking Failing Squash. He's looking for a switchback there. Harry's gone a bit deep there. Could Charlie get a move down the inside? Bit of contact there going down the hill. This is going to be close going through the S's. But the Alpine wins out and up to P6 and a great move from Pistol Peter. He's been looking quick all day long. And oh, that's a mistake. And Failing Squash, he's going to have to rejoin carefully. A bit of a snap on the wheel. And he's allowed Michael Lewis through as well. Rejoins in P9. Pistol Peter maybe feeling the pressure. Mini Walker's right on his rear through these S corners. He might look for it down the inside. It's going to get close. And that was really tight by the Haas, who had a little look down the inside of turn 6. And you don't often see moves there. As there is Blake getting past down the inside of turn 12, forcing Panda all the way wide. Very close to contact. Panda's going to continue on the fight down the inside of turn 13. Hogging that inside line. It's going to be a race down to turn 15. Can Blake dive it? He's going to dive it. Down the inside goes number 77 on the Ferrari. And he does make the move stick. I don't think he does, though. Panda's going to hold on. Still wheel to wheel. Goes the Williams. And he does hold on. 4P9. Panda defends the position. Bit of contact again. Blake trying to get his way around the outside of the penultimate corner, but couldn't do it. And great defense by these two. Both champions. One the champion of Division 5, one the champion of Division 4. And they know what they're doing. They've been in the game for a long time. DRS and into medium mode. Will that allow a chance for the drivers behind? It does! Oh, and that was Haspew down the inside. Bit of moving under braking there, but no one was attacking him. And he has actually made the move stick. So Haspew up to P11. Can he close in on the V-carb? In the slipstream, he's going to have to go for the inside. Looks like Lassiter is clear on the outside. Down the inside he goes. He won't be a whole car ahead. Lassiter goes late on the brakes. Morgan Hughes has the inside. He's going to force the V-carb all the way wide. Liam waiting impatiently behind. Lassiter forcing him all the way wide, going towards turn 13. It's going to be a race towards turn 15. Who's going to be heavier on the brakes for the next overtaking point? Here comes Morgan Hughes down the inside. He's got a whole car ahead, but can he get the exit down? And he absolutely does. Morgan Hughes up to the podium. Lassiter follows. Liam couldn't find an opportunity to sneak past either of them, and he holds on to P5 for now. But I think this battle is going to continue on for a little while longer. Look to the front of this train as Lassiter's been broken out of DRS. And that's exactly what the guys ahead behind are going to need. And Liam looks down the inside, and that was close. Mini Walker Gaming, I'm sure, will be very happy that Lassiter has lost DRS there, because he's got no battery either. This is an opportunity for the Haas. He looks down the inside of Liam. This is exactly what he needs to do. Make this move stick early. Around the outside goes Liam. He's going to put the V-carb off his line. Could the Haas look for a counter move on the exit of the corner? He's going to try and follow Liam through. Down the inside through turn 2. Not quite a wing there, but Liam does get through. As Liam continuing to lag. Mini Walker looking for a mover. Here comes Michael Lewis. Down the inside of Pistol Peter. Heavy on the brakes goes to Sauber. It's going to be a whole car ahead at the apex of the corner. Great dive. And very controlled by the Sauber. Here we go, Liam. Looking to attack now, and the question is, where will Mini Walker be? We're going to go on board with the Haas, who's trying to close in. He's not going to be close enough to Lassiter, and Liam pulls to the outside. Will Mini Walker be able to make a dive? It's going to be his last chance, or his last chances. He's not quite close enough. He's going to recharge the battery again. Will he get an opportunity at turn 15? He goes a bit deep. But we're going to look to the front. While it hasn't been too much screen time for the Red Bulls, we look back to dominating 1-2s in the past, the V-Carbs in Austria and the McLarens in Jeddah. But today, it has been the Red Bull show at the Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be a 1-2 for potential new OCC challengers. Red Bull take a 1-2. Hulkenberg takes that 25 points, and he continues his bout for the championship. Morgan Hughes makes it back-to-back podiums in the Circuit of the Americas. He brings home his best result for McLaren this season. He takes P3. Liam will take P4 on track, but Lassiter will take it on pens. Mini Walker moves up to P5. Liam P6, followed by Michael Lewis with a mega redemption drive. But what's going on in the background as they come around the corner? I think Panda will drop down the order. I think BRT Worldwide will shoot back up it. P9 for BRT Worldwide. What a day for Haas. Big points for the American team in the home race. Melvin takes P10 and 2 Alpines in the top 10. Anakin Abe followed by Restored Panda, only 13th for Blake. Kicksteren, then Haspew takes the final point scoring positions. Keenan will be disowned from his family, and Throne Globe and Carl round off the rest of the pack.